Hello everyone. I, Mrs. Sagar Kumbar, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Engineering, Pune Institute of Computer Technology, Pune. So welcome to my first tutorial about the MongoDB, that is Introduction to MongoDB. Today's era is about handling the unstructured database, rather handling the large amount of unstructured database. The traditional databases, which is said to be as a SQL, is not going to handle this large amount of unstructured database. So we have to think more beyond the SQL. So when another databases comes up that is said to be as a NoSQL. The short form is for not only SQL. So this is the class of database system which is specially designed to handle large amount of unstructured, semi-structured and the structured data. They are particularly used for the applications which requires the high performance, horizontal scaling and which have ability to manage the diverse data types. There are some various NoSQL databases like key value store, document store, column family store and the graph databases. Now we are going to discuss about the document store that is a MongoDB. So in this lecture, we are not going to discuss detail about the NoSQL databases types. Rather, we are going forward discuss about the document store and one of the application database that is the MongoDB. So why there is MongoDB? Why MongoDB is a popular open source NoSQL databases that stores a data in flexible like in the form of BSOA, that is binary JSON. The traditional databases, that is SQL, do store all the databases in the form of rows and columns, where in the form of format, whereas MongoDB uses unstructured databases and it does not have any kind of schema. So it uses the more flexible and scalable approach to store data in the form of documents that belongs to a collection. In the SQL format, we used to store the data in the form of rows and column, whereas in the MongoDB, we used to store the data in the form of documents and the collections. In some of the next slides, we will be having a comparative study of the MongoDB and the MySQL. So now let us discuss about some of the key features of the MongoDB. Because of this, this has been ideal for handling large amount of unstructured database. The very first key feature is schemaless. So schemaless design is especially important for applications which allows for rapidly changing data requirement or unstructured data. Because of this, it is one of the popular choice of big data applications. Second feature is the document oriented. As in we have discussed, in traditional databases, that is relational databases, we store our data in the tables and the columns. Whereas in the MongoDB, we store our data in the form of documents. Each document does have its own structures. It contains field and values. That is a key value pair, arrays, or even nested documents. Each document can have a different fields, which involves JSON-like format for handling easy deployment and read and write. As all the information is stored together in one document, it is used for faster access for complex query. The third one feature is the scalable. It distributed the data across the multiple servers. It has the facility for the automatic balancing ensures that no any server is having the overhead of handling all the data. It does supports the horizontal scaling. Yes. The next one is the replications. The advantage of having the replications to provide the redundancy, to provide the increased availability. Another feature of this is the high performance. Because of these all features like scalable and the replications, horizontal scaling, replications over the multiple data servers. It gives the high performance, which allows us to read and write fast operations. Next is the aggregation framework. It does have the complex query system to perform the data transformation and the computations. Now we'll discuss how do we install the MongoDB on our system. First, we have to install the MongoDB server. So this will act as the server for all the clients. So in order to install the MongoDB server, we have to go to the MongoDB website and download the community server. I have given a URL where you can download the community server. So select the appropriate server and download the software. After installing the server, we have to install the MongoDB client, which is called as a MongoDB shell. So MongoDB shell is a MongoDB client which allows us to interact with the MongoDB server. Again, we have to go to the website and download the MongoDB shell. The third interface that we can use is a MongoDB Compass. So MongoDB Compass is the official graphical user interface for MongoDB, which allows for powerful and user-friendly tool to interact with your MongoDB database. I had given a URL from where you can download the MongoDB Compass. The next interface we can use is the MongoDB Atlas. So MongoDB Atlas is a multi-cloud developer data platform that provides an easy way to host and manage your data in the cloud.